Hi everyone, welcome to my account. Today I'm going to talk about personal theories of teaching. So the essence of this whole little journal that I'm referring to is that teaching is different for different personalities, and different teachers look at teaching um, differently, and they all have their personal theories of it. And this person tried to make a few categorizations based on that. It has not dated well, I must tell you. Now we have a lot more theories on learning and teaching that probably discredit a lot of things that are mentioned in this document from 1983, but I still find it a good point to start thinking about your style of teaching. I think that's where I come from. So let's get started with the personal theories of teaching. So the first thing is the writer starts with what he calls the simple theories. So the first simple theory of teaching is the transfer theory. So if you look at a university lecturer, for example, a chemistry professor, as referred in the article, thinks of teaching as transferring his knowledge of chemistry to the students' brains. So that is transfer theory. Now, transfer theory comes with two different subgroups in some ways, sub-theories. Like one is the baby food manufacturing analogy, where knowledge is a complex nutrition and you have to turn it down into more digestible palate for babies, basically the novice practicers, and give it to them. And the other is the broadcast theory, where knowledge is broadcast as if news is broadcast through a TV or a radio, and the students on the other end have to receive it. So that's the transfer theory. And then after transfer theory, we'll have the shaping theory. The shaping theory essentially means that goes around the idea that the student is a raw material like wood or clay or metal, and there is a ideal model the students has to become like an expert, right? And the teacher's job is to guide the students toward becoming that ideal model, right? So the teacher will often tell students, this is what a seasoned player would do, or this is what a seasoned athlete would do, and the students would have to copy that. And this is the shaping theory. A little variant of the shaping theory, maybe a hybrid between the transfer and the shaping theory, is that it's called the building theory, where it is the students' brains are imagined as a plot of land where a presupposed building of knowledge has to be built. So the teacher knows what the building's supposed to look like. So the first thing the teacher does is probably send the materials of knowledge to the site. And then the teacher guides the student to make the building. Now, in shaping theory, the teacher considers themselves as responsible to shape the students, whereas now we're shifting slowly away from that to making the students responsible for their own learning. So now we're saying the students have to make the building in their brains. The students have to make the connections. And this is where we get into the developed theories. And the developed theories, the first one is the traveling theory. All right. So in the traveling theory, what happens is the teacher imagines themselves as a traveling guide. And the knowledge, the body of knowledge is like a huge valley that has to be hiked through. Now the teacher guides the students throughout the hike. The teacher tells the student where there is a steep incline, or where there's a little pit that they have to avoid, or where there is a little field of view that's really nice, but the student has to do the walking. So that's the traveling theory. And the other variant, the other kind of a developed theory, as according to this document, is the growing theory. This theory imagines the students' minds as a field, a garden of sorts, where different vegetation is already growing. Now the teacher's job is to identify what vegetation is necessary and what is not, and try to cultivate the growth of the correct vegetation by offering support, and try to weed out the vegetation, the knowledge that's not required. And so this comes from the kind of shaping theory, kind of the modeling theory. So these are essentially the 4 to 5 different personal theories of teaching. And I've really connected to the traveling theory, although I think in some ways we are all divided amongst all of these. What we have today is a combination of all of these theories, but I think having a good idea of these personal theories of teaching really gives you an insight into what your teaching style is. And yeah, that's why I really like it. Hope this video helps you, and hope this video also helps you figure out what your teaching style is.